Good evening students. In the last class we discussed about the synapses related to the nuclei. In today's class we are going to solve the exercise questions related to the nuclei. So first question, mass number of a nucleus is, first option always less than its atomic number, second option always more than its atomic number, third option sometimes equal to its atomic number, and last option sometimes less than and sometimes more than its atomic number. Then which is the correct option we have to find. See here. What is mass number? Mass number is nothing but it is the sum of the number of protons and the number of neutrons. The number of protons and the number of neutrons. Sometimes the mass number greater than atomic number and sometimes the mass number equal to atomic number. So see here, in case of hydrogen nucleus. So in case of hydrogen nucleus, the number of neutrons present in the hydrogen nucleus 0, then mass number is equal to atomic number. And in case of oxygen, so what about the number of protons present in the oxygen? That is 8. And the number of neutrons present in the oxygen, again 8. Then here, so the mass number becomes 16. Hence, the mass number is greater than atomic number because mass number 16 but atomic number is 8. Hence, the mass number is greater than atomic number. Here, in the given options, always less than its atomic number. So, second option, always more than its atomic number. So, see here, it may be greater than its atomic number or equal to the atomic number. Third option, sometimes equal to its atomic number. And last option, sometimes less than and sometimes more than its atomic number. Which is the correct one? Option C is correct. Means option 3 is correct. Because sometimes it is equal to atomic number. In case of hydrogen nucleus, the mass number is equal to atomic number. Hence, this is the correct answer. Now, let us move to the next question. If the nuclear radius of aluminum-27 is 3.6 Fermi, the approximate nuclear radius of copper-64 in Fermi is, means what we have to find? We have to find the nuclear radius of copper-64. So here the nuclear radius of aluminum given, that is how much? 3.6 Fermi. 3.6 Fermi. So see here, the radius of aluminum-27 given. That is how much? That is 3.6 Fermi. 3.6 Fermi. 1 Fermi means here it is 10 to the power of minus 15 meter. Means 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meter. Next, what is our aim? Our aim is to find the radius of copper-64. The radius of copper-64. So how to find this one? So let us take the radius of copper-64, the ratio of the radius of copper-64 and the radius of aluminum-27. The radius of aluminum-27. So, what is the mass number of copper-64? The mass number of aluminum-27. Now, see here. What is the expression for radius of a nucleus? That is R0 into a to the power of 1 by 3. A to the power of 1 by 3. I will take A1. A1 is the mass number of copper, divided by R0 into A2 to the power of 1 by 3. A2 is the mass number of aluminum. Now let us substitute the values. R0 get cancel now. So what about A1 raised to 1 by 3 means that is 64 raised to 1 by 3. Cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of 64 is 4. And A2 raised to 1 by 3 means 27 raised to 1 by 3 means cube root of 27 is 3. So it is 4 by 3. Now what is our aim? Our aim is to find the nuclear radius of copper-64 or Cu64. Then let us take this the radius of aluminum to the right hand side. So that is R Al27 means the radius of aluminum 27. Now let us substitute the values. 4 by 3 into, so what is the radius of aluminum 27? That is 3.6. 3.6. 3 1s are 3 1.2s. So that is 3.6. 1.2 into 4, that is 4.8. Then 4.8 Fermi. 4.8 per mil. So the options are first option that is 2.4, second option 1.2, third option 4.8 and last option 3.6. So option 3 is correct. Option 3 is correct. Next question is, so that is the radius of germanium nuclide is measured to be twice the radius of beryllium 9-4, mass number 9 and atomic number 4. The number of nucleons in germanium are. So the number of nucleons nothing but it is the mass number of the germanium nucleus. Means we have to find the mass number of germanium nucleus. Solution. The radius of germanium is the twice of the radius of beryllium 9-4. Radius of the beryllium 9-4. Okay. Now, so it is the twice radius of the germanium is twice of the radius of beryllium 9-4. Now let us substitute the values. Radius of germanium can be written as R0 into A1 raised to 1 by 3. R0 into A1 raised to 1 by 3. A1 is the mass number of germanium. Then 2 into. Then radius of beryllium 9-4 can be written as R1 into A2 raised to 1 by 3. A2 raised to 1 by 3. A2 is the mass number of beryllium. Now, R0 get cancelled. Then A1 raised to 1 by 3 is equal to 2 into A2 raised to 1 by 3. 2 into A2 raised to 1 by 3. Now see here, what is the mass number of beryllium? That is 9. Then 2 into 9 to the power of 1 by 3. 9 to the power of 1 by 3. Then it is A1 raised to 1 by 3. But we need A1. Means cubing on both sides. Cubing on both sides. So A1 raised to 1 by 3 cube. 2 cube into 9 raised to 1 by 3 cube. 9 raised to 1 by 3 cube. 3 get cancelled here. Means cube root get cancelled. Then A1 is equal to 2 raised to 3 is 8 and it is 9. 8 9s are 72. Then how many nucleons present in the germanium nucleus? 72 nucleons, means mass number of the germanium is 72. Then which is the correct one? So 4 options given. First option 72, second option 73, third option 74 and last option 75. Then here first option is the correct. Option 1 is correct. So next question. The volume occupied by an atom is greater than the volume of the nucleus by a factor of about. Means the volume occupied the atom is greater than the volume of the nucleus by the factor about. Means we have to find that factor. So first factor, that is 10 to the power of 1. Second option, that is 10 to the power of 5. Third option 10 to the power of 10. And last option 10 to the power of 15. So by what factor the volume of the atom is greater than the volume of the nucleus? Means we have to find by what factor the volume of the atom is greater than the volume of the nucleus. So first I will write volume of atom divided by volume of nucleus. So listen here, atom is spherical in shape, nucleus is also spherical in shape. What is the formula to find the volume of the atom? That is 4 by 3 pi R1 cube. R1 cube means it is the radius of the atom, divided by 4 by 3 pi into R2 cube. R2 is nothing but it is the radius of the nucleus. So listen here, R1 is radius of the atom and R2 is radius of the nucleus. Now 4 by 3 pi get cancelled. So the radius of the atom is in the order of 10 to the power of minus 10. 10 to the power of minus 10 cube divided by the radius of the nucleus is in the order of 10 to the power of minus 15. 10 to the power of minus 15 cube. So 10 to the power of minus 10 cube is 10 to the power of minus 30. 10 to the power of minus 30 divided by 10 to the power of minus 15 cube is 10 to the power of minus 45. 10 to the power of minus 45. Now, so let us take this 10 to the power of minus 45 to the numerator, that becomes 10 to the power of plus 45 into 10 to the power of minus 30. If the bases are same, then we are going to add the powers. Then 10 to the power of 45 minus 30. So 45 minus 30 is 15, then it is 10 to the power of 15. So what is the correct option now? So fourth option is the correct, that is 10 to the power of 15. Option 4 is correct. Means the volume of the atom is 10 to the power of 15 times of the volume of the nucleus. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. A nucleus ruptures means here breaks. A nucleus ruptures into two nuclear parts which have their velocity ratio equal to 2:1. What will be the ratio of their nuclear size? What will be the ratio of their nuclear size? Means nuclear size means here the ratio of radius. The ratio of radii of the two parts of the nucleus. Now see here. According to law of conservation of momentum, so m1 into v1 is equal to m2 into v2. So m1 is the mass of the first part and v1 is the velocity of the first part, and m2 is the mass of the second part and v2 is the velocity of the second part, because a nucleus ruptures means breaks into how many parts? Two parts. One part having the mass m1 and velocity v1, and another part having the mass m2 and its velocity v2. Then velocity ratio given, that is v1 is to v2. v1 is to v2 is 2:1. 2:1. v1 is to v2 is nothing but v1 by v2, then v1 by v2 is equal to 2/1. So see here. So v1 by v2, that is equal to m2 by m1. m2 by m1. Okay. Now v1 by v2 is 2/1. 2/1, because v1 is to v2 is, so that is 2:1. Then m2 can be written as in terms of density and value. See, what is the density? Mass per value. But what is mass? Mass is equal to density into value. Density into value. Now density of the nucleus into volume of the second part of the nucleus. Second part of the nucleus divided by density of the first part of the nucleus into volume of the first part of the nucleus, but all the nuclei having same density. So hence rho get cancelled. So v2 by v1 is here. v2 by v1 can be written as, here v2 is volume of the second part and v1 is volume of the first part. So we can write volume in terms of radii. So 2/1. So volume of the second part of the nucleus, that is 4/3 pi r2 cube divided by, so volume of the first part of the nucleus, that is 4/3 pi r1 cube. 4/3 pi get cancel now. So r2 cube divided by r1 cube, so that is equal to 2/1. So let us take this cube to the left hand side, that becomes cube root. Now r2 by r1 is equal to 2 to the power of 1/3 and 1 to the power of 1/3. 1 to the power of 1/3 is 1. But we need r1 by r2, but not r2 by r1. Hence r1 by r2 is 1:2⁻⁴. 1:2⁻⁴. Here the options given. First option 3:1/2:1. Second option 1:3:1/2. Third option 2:1/3:1. And last option 1:2:1/3. Means fourth option is correct. Option 4 is correct. So next question. The energy required to break one bond in DNA is 10 to the power of minus 20 joule. This value in electron volt is nearly. So here the energy given in terms of joule. That energy we have to express in terms of electron volt. So what is the energy given? That is 10 to the power of minus 20 joule. Energy given, that is E equal to 10 to the power of minus 20 joule. We have to express this joule in terms of electron volt. So listen here, 1 electron volt in terms of joule, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. So 1 joule equal to, 1 joule is equal to, that is 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electron volt. So let us replace 1 joule by this value, means we can write E is equal to 10 to the power of minus 20, 1 joule in terms of electron volt, that is 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So electron volt. So 1 by 1.6 is 0.62 pi. 0.62 pi into 10 to the power of minus 20. So let us take this 10 to the power of minus 19 to the numerator, that becomes 10 to the power of plus 19 electron volt. 10 to the power of minus 20 into 10 to the power of 19, that is 10 to the power of minus 1. So 0.625 into 10 to the power of minus 1. So 10 to the power of minus 1 means 0.1. 0.1 into this number, that is 0.0625 electron volt. So what is the 10 to the power of minus 20 joule in terms of electron volt? That is 0.0625 electron volt. So options given, first option 6, second option 0.6, third option 0.06 and last option 0.006. So which is the correct one? So option C, means option 3 is correct, because option 3 given, that is 0.06. Option 3 is correct. Now next question. The energy equivalent of 0.5 gram of a substance is, means what we have to find? The energy equivalent of 0.5 gram of a substance is. So mass can be converted into energy. So what is that energy we have to find? Mass is how much given? Mass, that is 0.5 gram. 0.5 gram. So we have to express gram in terms of kg. 1 gram in terms of kg is 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. See here. 1 kg is equal to 10 to the power of 3 gram. Then 1 gram is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Hence this can be written as 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Otherwise, I will take 0.5 as 5. So let us displace the decimal point after one digit in which direction? Right direction. So it is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 kg. Then we have to express this mass in terms of energy according to Einstein's mass energy relation, that is E equal to mc square. E equal to mc square. So m is how much? Mass is how much? That is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4. C square. C value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 and its square 9 into 10 to the power of 16. 9 into 10 to the power of 16. Now, so 5 nines are, that is 45. 45 into 10 to the power of 12. 10 to the power of 12 joule. See here are the options given. First option 4.5 into 10 to the power of 16. So second option 4.5 into 10 to the power of 13 joule. And the third option, that is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 13 joule. Last option 0.5 into 10 to the power of 13 joule. Means we have to express this one in terms of 10 to the power of 13. So 4.5 into 10 to the power of 13 joule. Because let us displace the decimal point after one digit in left direction. Hence 4.5 into 10 to the power of 1 into 10 to the power of 12. 10 to the power of 1 into 10 to the power of 12, that is 10 to the power of 13 joule. Hence option B is correct, means option 2 is correct. Option 2 is correct.